What's up, everyone? It's your host, Tech Cole, here with Your Voice Media. And today I'm talking to the gorgeous B. Scott. Listen, baby, I have loved you for years. Your platform, just you as a person, like you are just amazing, okay? Now, my first question is this. So you returned to BET with the 20s after show. What was it that made you want to come back?
I was in a place of forgiveness. I wanted to turn the chapter and the dust up that we had in 2013. I wanted to let go of all of that. I wanted to let go of the resentment, the bitterness, the narrative. Right. And I just know the power of forgiveness, and it's manifested in my life. You know, now I feel so much freedom.
Yeah.
You know, I feel so much, I felt a release.
Yeah.
And I also knew that, you know, it's important for me to get back into the conversation. It's important to me as one of the people who helped pave the way for the inclusiveness that you see today to now be back in the mix. You know, mother's home.
Mother's home. Now, Mother, you are also the network's first trans and non-binary person to EP a BET series. Now, that's a huge first. Now, how does it feel to break the door down and open up space for others?
You know, it feels amazing. You know, I have said before, you know, when I did the monologue for my first episode of the show, and I was talking about how things get better. If you are wondering if things get better, if life gets better, I'm a living testament to that. It's so fulfilling for me to now be the person that I wish I had growing up. I didn't have a B. Scott to look to.
Yeah.
And now for people to be able to see me, and they don't have to be just like me, but they can see what I want when people see me is that you can be whatever you want to be, whatever that is, no matter how you want to identify or express. You have a right to exist and to hold space. And that at my core is what it means to be B. Scott, and why I'm so fulfilled to be able to do the show, because that's what my life, I realized my existence is about. Like, you know, you in life, you kind of think about like, why am I doing this?
Yeah.
Well, you know, what's the point? I mean, is it to rack up the coins? Is it
to
get this?
And the money?
A little bit, but it's bigger than that.
I love
it's
that.
It's bigger than that. And I acknowledge that, and I accept that. In the past, I kind of ran away a little bit from the thinking that I represent anyone other than myself, but I have grown to understand that I do.
Okay.
And with that is, you know, a great accomplishment if used correctly.
Yes. Now, what is it about the show 20s that you love? And what is it about the show you feel really connects with the audience?
You know, the crazy thing about it is that, I mean, until Scott Mills came up with the idea of me doing the 20s after show, I had not watched it, to be honest. However, when I did start to watch it, I had to text Lena, and I was like, Lena, this is some good shit.
Right.
This is a good show.
Good show.
And I am so happy now to help raise awareness about this quality, beautifully shot show. Right. And that to me is a great thing. You know, people need to have these conversations. People need to see the representation on television.
Right.
Representation on television is so important, because when you see yourself or see someone like you on television, that makes you feel like you can be who you are, and that you have a right to be and to exist. So you got to see yourself. If you don't see yourself, you feel like you don't feel
included. Well, what can fans expect from the season finale now that you've watched the show, B. Scott?
Yes, it's gonna be quite. I don't know how much I can say. I don't want to give too much away. Okay. But it is something that you don't want to miss. And I also will say that as far as my 20s after show season finale, you don't want to miss that either, because we have Big Sean, we have JoJo, and we have Gabrielle Graham. So, you know, it's spicy up in here.
It's steamy. Now, speaking of steamy, okay, there's a lot of dating and passion on the show. How does one score a date with B. Scott?
Ooh. Oh. I mean, you know what? I am so, when it comes to, I'm gonna be honest.
Okay. Yeah. Keep it real with us, B. Scott.
I'm gonna keep it real. It would take a lot.
Okay.
Because I'm guarded. I do believe, and when it comes to my heart, I'm guarded, and I'm still kind of recovering a bit. You know, what people don't know, I talked about it briefly on The Real today, but, you know, right after the BET situation in 2013, my ex was murdered. Ooh. My father died, you know, so it was a combination of things that kind of really shook me. Yeah. And so I still believe that I'm working on myself in regards to being open to someone. Because at that time I was thinking about potentially reconciling with my ex. And so that's why it was so difficult too. Yeah. But if someone comes into my life and I feel that we have a connection, and I would do my best and do the work. When I say do the work, like therapy, you know, any type of counseling that I may have access to be open to it. But it would have to be, to score a date with me, to answer your question, and it was a long-winded response, it would have to be someone that would grow on me over time. Okay. Because otherwise, I'm probably not. And I'm so busy right now, I don't have, you know what I mean? You don't got no time. I'm like when you do find some time though, B. Scott, where do you go to meet your significant other? Because Kenya said she goes to Home Depot. So where I said that I go to church. So you go to church. Now, okay. So we go to church where the freaks is at. That's where we gonna go. Yeah, well, you know, the thing is, yes, the freaks are in the church. But watch that clip be out there. They're gonna be like, the freaks are in the church. But it's true. I said what I said. I stand beside it. Yeah, I think that I would probably meet people where I spend my time. You know, like Nobu, Soho. Oh. Soho House, a little moment. But now, you know, I'm open to it.
I love that. Now you have your own platform, you're hosting and just being a boss because you're really busy. Now, what's a goal for next year that you have?
A goal for next year that I have? I don't know. I'm just open. I mean, to be honest, I have to think about that. Because recently I got, you know, a good situation, and I was told that I need to bring my biggest dreams to the table. Right. And so I need to take some time to come up with some new dreams, because a lot of the things that I've wanted, like when I first started YouTube, I was like, Love Muffins, one day I'm gonna be somebody. I'm gonna have my television show.
Love Muffins. Like
Love Muffins. Yeah, and it came about because my grandmother would call me Muffin. Okay. And then I just put love in front of it because at the time, I now own bscott.com, but at the time I didn't own bscott.com. And so I put love in front of bscott.com. So I was like, okay, let me just continue that love situation. And so I took my grandmother calling me Muffin and put love in front of it, Love Muffin.
I love that. Now, in a episode, Nia finds it hard to walk down her first red carpet. Do you remember your first red carpet, and did you have jitters or did you own the moment?
I absolutely remember my first red carpet. It was a BET red carpet. Me and BET have a long history of moments. And that was even before, I mean, not before, it was right at the time I was first making a splash in social media and in digital media. And I actually, I think I had to beg my way onto the carpet. Like one of my friends was a publicist, and I had went and got my little outfit. I remember I went at the time, I went to Dolce & Gabbana and bought, like, I think I spent my rent money on the outfit. And it was a white high-waisted Dolce & Gabbana pant and a loose-fitting blue sailor shirt. And I do believe in that moment, I owned the moment.
You owned it.
Because I always, in my whole life, if I'm going to commit to doing something, if I'm going to commit to showing up somewhere, I'm going to show up the best possible way at that time that I can.
Love that. Now, listen, B. Scott, this is my final questions for you, okay? We're going to play a quick game that you play with your Love Muffins, okay?
Uh-oh.
And it's called For the Love of B. Scott. I'm going to give you a scenario, B. Scott, okay? Now, the tables have turned, and you're going to tell me what you would do. You ready?
Okay.
Okay. Someone fine comes to you, and you hit it off so well. You find out that they live in the basin with their mama. What you going to
do? It depends on, you know, how good they look and what else we done did.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
If it's good, I might give you some gas money. I might let you have my car.
Cardo. Okay. Now, someone is best friends with their ex and now y'all are together. How do you handle that?
someone is best friends with their ex and now who are together.
You and that someone is together and you found out that they are friends with their ex. What do you do?
I'd be okay with it.
Okay.
I'm very secure in my relationships. You know what I mean? And things of that nature. So I don't think I'd be okay with it.
Okay. Your significant other tells you they want to explore sexually, similar to Chuck. What do you do?
Be open to it.
Okay.
I'm open to all the different facets of the spectrum. To me, it's more so about the intimacy. It's more so about if you are checking for me.
Right.
You know, do I fit into this equation? Sometimes you don't fit into what they're looking for.
Yeah.
But I just need to know that you, at some point, or some part of the equation, I am in the representation of what you want. Because if you don't want what I'm giving, then it's not giving what it's supposed to give.
Hello.
And so I must go.
Now, last question. You're on a date and they ask you to split the bill. What you gonna do?
I'm on a date. It depends. I mean, I don't like splitting bills because I think it's just a bit much. I think that, you know, I got you and you can get me. You know what I mean? It just depends. If I'm on a date and they ask to split the bill and I like them, I would probably go along with it because I feel like maybe they're trying to assert themselves or just be like, you know, I don't know. But if I'm on a date and I don't like them and they ask to split a bill, I'll pay for it.
Okay.
Because I want to control the situation. I want to get out of there. You know what I mean? Like
you want to just get up and go.
Yes. Period. I like, here's the card. You know, when I'm done, when the case is over, date's done, I'm heading the car. Here you go, take this. Or I say I got to go to the bathroom and I get the card on my way to the bathroom.
Okay. B. Scott, thank you so much for coming on Your Voice Media. You are phenomenal and lovely. And listen, y'all, make sure y'all tune into the 20s After Show season finale, honey. And make sure you tune into 20 finale, okay? Thank you so much.
And also check out The Real tomorrow. I'm going to be on it. So
yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.